After 3 days in the Lindsay Clancy trial, the prosecution's strategy is coming into focus. And boy, is it bold. After spending day 2 trying to convince the jury that Lindsay wasn't actually taking any of her medications and that she was trying to get out of the hospital before it was time, the defense actually showed none of that was true. They spent day 3 bringing in all of the first responders to ask about her wounds, the one to her neck and the ones to her wrists, asking if they were actually superficial and whether or not they were still bleeding. Why? Because their story is that Lindsay was never actually trying to kill herself. That her plan was to kill her children, and that in order to get away with it, she was going to have to tell a story of postpartum depression and postpartum psychosis. And so she started laying all of this foundation very early on because she's manipulative and she's a liar. So this started all the way back in the beginning with the medications, with the notes, with the doctors. And her suicide attempt, it was fake. It was a lie. She just wanted it to look like a suicide attempt. So yeah, she cut her neck, she cut her wrists, she bled all over her bedroom. It was just, she just wanted it to look like an attempt. Yes, she crushed up a bunch of pills and swallowed them, but that was just not a big deal. Yes, she did go out of a second-story window and ended up on the ground and ended up paralyzed. But I'm sure that was just an accident. And yes, the first responder did testify that as she was coming in and out of consciousness, she kept taking the oxygen mask off as if she didn't want to be revived. But that must have just been a misinterpretation of what was actually happening.